Hi everybody, hope you're all doing well. About half a year ago I uploaded a lesson with tips on how to make your English more diplomatic and more polite. Now that lesson has been really popular, so I've decided to make a second part. That's what's coming up, so keep watching for more great tips on how to be more diplomatic and more polite in English. Welcome back to English for Professionals. I'm Derek and I'm here with another short lesson for you busy people. Before we get started, just a quick reminder to subscribe to my channel, hit the red button and don't forget to click on the little bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new lesson. So as I said at the beginning, this is part 2 of how to be more diplomatic and more polite in English. If you'd like to watch part 1, you should see a link somewhere here. And the link is also in the description below. At the end of this lesson, there's a task for you to practice what you've learned in the lesson, so make sure you stick around for that. And now, let's get started. And my first tip is to change the grammar. For example, the present simple tense sometimes sounds a little bit too direct. Let's take a look. In these examples, we'll change the tense from present simple to past simple. When is the next meeting? Now imagine the person you're asking said this before, but you can't remember. If you know this person very well, this question is perfectly okay. But if you don't know them so well, if they are new, try this. When did you say the next meeting was? Say it with me after 3. 1, 2, 3. When did you say the next meeting was? And here's another example. What's your name? What did you say your name was? Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. What did you say your name was? By changing the tense, the style becomes more friendly, diplomatic, and less direct. And the second tip is to use I was hoping to sound less direct and more polite. I want to finish this meeting by 2 p.m. Now this is also a little too direct. Try this. I was hoping to finish this meeting by 2 p.m. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. I was hoping to finish this meeting by 2 p.m. And here's another example. I want you to help me with this email. I was hoping you could help me with this email. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. I was hoping you could help me with this email. Tip number 3 is to use I was wondering when making requests. Can I take next Tuesday off? I was wondering if I could take next Tuesday off. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. I was wondering if I could take next Tuesday off. And here's another example. Can we meet on Wednesday afternoon? I was wondering if we could meet on Wednesday afternoon. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. I was wondering if we could meet on Wednesday afternoon. Tip number 4 is to use the passive form to make things sound less personal. Your assistant told us that the documents were sent on Monday. Here, the documents are the most important thing. It doesn't really matter who told us, so let's change it slightly. We were told that the documents were sent on Monday. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. We were told that the documents were sent on Monday. And here's another example. You promised that the goods would arrive today. We were promised that the goods would arrive today. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. We were promised that the goods would arrive today. Tip number 5 is to use would you mind when asking people to do things. Get me a coffee, please. Now this is very direct and doesn't sound very polite. Try this. Would you mind getting me a coffee, please? Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Would you mind getting me a coffee, please? When we use would you mind together with a verb, it's very important to use the gerund, the ing form of the verb. Here's another example. Check these figures again, please. Would you mind checking these figures again, please? Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Would you mind checking these figures again, please? And my final tip in this lesson, tip number 6, is to avoid finger-pointing statements with the word you. Why don't you understand? Now this is very direct. Try something like this instead. Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. And here's another example. You didn't explain that very well. Again, this is very direct. Try this instead. I'm afraid I don't quite follow. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. I'm afraid I don't quite follow. Great, now it's your turn. In a moment, you'll see 5 example sentences that need to be more diplomatic, more polite. When you see them come up on the screen, pause the video and then write your sentences into the comments below and I'll get back to you. Are you ready? Here they are. So that brings us to the end of another short lesson. I hope you found it helpful, and if there are any other areas of business English I can help you with, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to cover those topics in upcoming lessons. If you liked the lesson, hit the like button and share with your friends and colleagues. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already, and don't forget to join my email list. Every 2 weeks I send out my free vocabulary email with additional business English, words from the news and everyday English for you to learn. The link is in the description below. Thanks a lot for watching and see you soon.